Good morning. It's day 48 of quarantine due to the coronavirus in the USA. This is Jane. She's a healthy-minded millennial. During this time of quarantine, she gets to work from home, which means she doesn't have to get up and clock in anywhere or be anywhere at a certain amount of time, which makes her oversleep a lot. That, coupled with a little bit of depression that we're all going through, makes it really challenging to get up in the morning. But she knows she's got to get up. It's been a full, solid 12 to 14 hours of sleep, Jane. You'll turn into a mummy. Also, what about bed sores? There you go. Off to start the day. There'll be plenty of things to find to do. It's considered productive to do something good in the morning, like make your bed. This will give you a sense of early accomplishment before you've really even done anything at all. Also helps to decorate yourself in unnecessary items. Jane likes to choose a very large statement piece for her neck. Which one will go best with my sleeping shirt? Ooh, that one's nice. It's really long. Certainly going to get in the way of things later, but it doesn't matter. It's all about the mood. Keeping yourself busy. There we go. Decorating herself this way makes Jane feel a little bit better. Oh! And you'll feel naked without your earrings. Even though these giant-ass hoops will reduce her mobility of the neck throughout the day, she can put them on and feel a little sassier. Perfumes and body sprays are also important, as it's about day 7 without a shower, but she can get by with this. No one cares. Not even Tom. When Jane's using the bathroom, she's also mindful of the shortage of supplies during our quarantine. Toilet paper. She limits herself to 4 squares. 8 if we're in a real situation. And she also minds her manners of cleanliness. Even though Jane won't leave the house at all today, she always washes her hands throughout, to the point where they're a little chapped. She sings happy birthday twice every time. Very good, Jane. Cleanliness is so important. Jane always treats herself to a morning cup of joe. Sometimes it's an entire pot. She thinks the caffeine will really get things going. And look at this. A task is already waiting for us. Tom has left an entire sink full of dirty dishes from his making dinner the night before. Looks like there's something for you to do already, Jane. Excellent. There's a window in front of Jane's sink. Sometimes she stares out of it and daydreams about other things. Having a working dishwasher. She watches the neighbors a lot. There you go, Jane. It's okay to drift occasionally. Water finally got hot. Dish after dish. We're getting it done. Uh-oh. Looks like Tom made spaghetti last night, and he didn't put any water or soap to sit in this pot. So now there's a bunch of marinara caked onto the inside of the pot. This really irritates Jane. Being in quarantine has given her a lot of weird obsessive-compulsive habits. One of them is having dirty dishes. And amidst that, it's having dirty dishes that sit and cake on, so that she then has to remove the drain from the sink to dump it into the trash can. The process of this usually makes Jane gag, which is why she gets really irritated when Tom leaves a dirty dish in the sink. I know, Jane. It's all right. Just clean it up. Now, on to checking things like emails or grading papers online for her students. Jane worked really hard doing that last night as she was having a hard time sleeping. So today, she'll see what's new to be graded. Nope. There are no new assignments today. You're all caught up. You shouldn't have spent so much time grading last night. But wait, there's always Facebook. Social media is a lovely distraction during quarantine. It can remind you how good or how completely boring your life is in comparison to your friends. Jane could spend hours scrolling. And hours. She often falls down a little bit of a hole here. There's that depression again. Don't drift off too far. Uh-oh. There she goes. It's all right, Jane. There are lots of other things we can do today. Yeah. There she is. How about we take a break from social media for a minute? That's better. Something else healthy that she's taken up during quarantine is reading. Here's the traditional text of Being and Nothingness. She keeps it on her coffee table usually, as a reminder to pick it up and read it. It still has the receipt just after the preface, because she hasn't really gotten very far into the book. She'll find herself flipping through, and then distracted by something that she ought to be doing around the house. Oh, you know what? The plants need watering and talking to. Jane's developed a real habit of talking to her plants since the quarantine started. She believes it helps them grow better, and it probably does. She treats each one the same, whether they're all green or, well, this one needs a little extra love and care. The majestic palm. Jane takes talking to her plants very seriously and treats each one of them as she would a friendship. Majestic Palm is seeming a little depressed. Kind of like a form of therapy. She finds that the more she listens, the more she talks. It's almost like a sense of therapy for herself. It's a little early for wine, Jane. Please. Jane? She's taken to smoking during the quarantine. Oh, look, a neighbor over the fence. She doesn't want her neighbors to know that she's smoking again. Or drinking wine at 10 a.m. Let's get on to other things, Jane. It's a pretty good idea to get on to other things. Embarrassing when she gets caught by the neighbors talking to the plants. Exercise is important. Very good, Jane. She likes to walk throughout her house. Walking lunges are also very challenging for the hamstrings and quads. Sometimes exercising in the home can be distracting. You find things that need cleaning. Jane hates for a crumb to be on the floor. Another quarantine OCD she's picked up. That's smart, Jane. Mixing vacuuming and lunging. Very good. 2 birds, 1 stone. Jane's also taken to chopping wood. Jane doesn't chop wood very well. Jane often gets very tired before she's gotten much accomplished when she's chopping wood. That's all right, Jane. There's no shame in taking a little break. Gosh, is it already 11:15? Time for a little sun tanning. Quarantine during the springtime can be great, especially on those warm days. That's Jane's midday martini. After the midday martini, Jane usually gets a little sleepy. That's vegetable oil. Jane uses vegetable oil as a sun tanning lotion. That's not very smart, Jane. Neither is smoking or making a midday martini. Usually after sunbathing, Jane gets a little hungry. Her favorite quarantine snack has been ramen. She'll put a little water in the pot. There you go. Very good, Jane. Excellent. Oh, why not? Ooh, there she is. That's a lot, Jane. That's a big sip. Oh well, there's nowhere to be. Guess it doesn't matter that much. Ramen in the pot, and maybe we'll take a nap while we wait for that to cool. There you go. Tom will be home soon, and you can make him some ramen too. Just sleep it off, Jane. Very good. Night, night. It's day 49 of quarantine, and this is Jane.
She's a healthy millennial with a healthy mind.